What's going on, guys? Antonio here. Do me a favor, hit that thumbs up for me, and let's get into it. All right, so we're on Instagram. This is the Instagram of Cameron, and he's got a post up here, a little bit of breaking news that I wanted to discuss here. Let's see here. Okay. Uncle O can never be replaced. We love and miss you. For this up and coming season, we got the playmaker, Michael Irvin, 2 times a week, the entire football season. Cowboys fans, welcome to the Terror Dome. Pause. It is what it is. Talk returns this Monday, September the 2nd. Pause. The first pick for you, petty ass people. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is when they went to support Deion Sanders at the Colorado Buffaloes game. I think The Rock went there. There was a lot of celebrities that were going to Boulder to go to the Colorado Buffaloes games. But let's see. Boom. Yeah, so, I saw a lot of these, like the sports media and stuff. They were covering these photos. But this is the big news, is that Michael Irvin has signed a contract with Cameron and Mase to replace O.J. Simpson as the sports analyst on It Is What It Is for the football. So he'll be on there 2 times a week. They added O.J. Simpson last season. He wasn't able to fully get through his obligations. Those of you that saw, because I was honest, and some people got on to me. I remember I was in some like little sports pages and stuff, and I was being honest. If OJ was good, because I said it at the time, it was like if OJ was actually good on the show, nobody, there was some initial outrage, like, oh my God, they've given OJ a job on this podcast with hundreds of thousands of followers and millions of views, and why would you give him a platform? Blah, blah, blah. All that nonsense, right? Whether you think OJ is guilty or innocent, I'm not even trying to argue that with you. My point when I was arguing with some of my fellow sports fans was that when I watched OJ on the show, he wasn't very good. I had to be honest about it. I was like, oh man, because it was like, at first it's the shock value, because that made, like I said, everybody, all the major sports media was covering the fact that Cameron and Mase had given OJ Simpson a job. I watched him for a couple weeks, and I was just like, he's not very good. I ended up, like, when I'd see his segments, I would skip through them because they weren't very good, unfortunately. And then I noticed he started kind of being a little sporadic towards the end of the season. But if you know now, he was dealing with his cancer treatments, so he wasn't always able to make the appearances like they did. But Cameron and Mase showed OJ a lot of love. I think bringing Michael Irvin in is a good idea. Michael Irvin was, of course, on the NFL Network, although they announced a couple months ago that his contract was not being renewed. Michael Irvin went through some weird stuff. So he was covering the Super Bowl. Well, I guess this was last year. He was covering the Super Bowl. Were they down in Arizona? I might be wrong on that, but wherever they were at a hotel. One of the female staff made some accusations against Michael. And when they came to light in the media, it went viral. The NFL Network suspended Michael Irvin, and he got released from ESPN. Some surveillance footage came out, and it ended up exonerating Michael. I know the hotel had kind of issued an apology. Michael and his attorney, they were trying to sue for like $100 million. It was like because you've defamed my public image, and you've lost. I've had a loss of income, and I lost jobs because of these accusations. All this kind of stuff. I don't know if I think that stuff is still in litigation. But the NFL Network, once certain things cooled down, they did let Michael Irvin come back on their platform when the football season started. Because, like I said, the surveillance footage is out there and everything, and kind of showed that this woman was exaggerating a bit on the things that she accused Michael Irvin of. He was brought in to replace Shannon Sharp with to partner with Skip Bayless on Undisputed. It was, what was it? Michael Irvin, Keyshawn Johnson, and was it Richard Sherman? And Michael Irvin was like the best one out of all of them, but he wasn't there to be the day-to-day guy. He was just there to kind of like do the football stuff. And obviously when the football season was over, they probably should have kept him. They probably should have offered him a little bit more money to do, I don't know how he would talk about basketball and whatnot, but, he's more entertaining. I thought Keyshawn was not as interesting to me, and I don't dislike Keyshawn, but I just didn't find him as compelling as on-air talent. And then they ended up bringing Paul Pierce on, and then Paul Pierce, they kept remarking, Paul Pierce said the N-word on TV a couple times. And I saw some of the blogs going, damn, Paul Pierce just said N-word on TV, and then he did it again, and it was just, and he kept, and they were talking to him behind us like, hey man, can't say that. We're on live TV. Stop chilling. It was just, and the ratings for Undisputed were just, they just flatlined. I know at the end there, Skip was averaging about 46 to 48,000 a show, and I know like First Take was doing, just on a slow day, 250, 300,000 views, and they were getting 70. I saw what was a couple months ago that they had gotten up to 750,000 views for, one show. So that's what it was like. First Take buried Undisputed. I don't think anybody can dispute that. And obviously, they announced a couple months ago that Skip Bayless was not going to be returning, and Skip Bayless didn't get fired. His contract was honored. They just decided not to renew his contract. So that's what happened there. But like I said, Michael Irvin coming to partner up with Mase and Cameron. And I think what they hoped the O.J. Simpson segment was going to turn out to be is going to be what they get with Michael Irvin. Because, like I said, when they announced O.J., they got a nice little bump in views. You can look on their YouTube, like the first couple of shows when OJ was on, it got some views because people were curious to see what it was going to turn out. But OJ wasn't very entertaining, I have to be honest. And like I said, God bless the dead, all that. And I understand he passed away. But it wasn't, I have to be honest about it. I still watch their podcast, but a lot of times I see OJ on, I'll be like, oh, this is a snooze fest, and I would fast forward through OJ's part of the show. The playmaker, Michael Irvin, he's joining It Is What It Is. They making a lot of money over there. They getting a lot of numbers. What do you guys think about that? Get in the comments. We're on the road to 3,000. I need you. I want you. Facebook, Instagram. I'm on X. I'm on Threads. All at Ikari Press. Type in IkariPress.com. It will take you to my comic book brand, Way of the Gun. I've got the link to that and my Gumroad in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm out.